I'm a songwriter from Edinburgh in Scotland, and in this video today, we're going to be doing the Sunday catch up, which is where I share tips, techniques, experience that helps you to live the life of your dreams. As someone who's built 1 million followers, as someone who has built the life of my dreams, and as someone who coaches people on doing the same. So let's get into it. If you've ever wondered how to know what to do, then this video is going to give you everything that you need to know how to know what to do. Never something I've struggled with, honestly. Never something that's been difficult for me. And the reason why might be quite surprising. But let's get into it. How to know what to do. 3 components. Number 1, what you want, right? How to know what to do. What you want is the most important. Number 2, why you want it, also incredibly important. And number 3, how to get it. Now, I've, like I say, never struggled to know what to do in my life, but so many of the people who I coach and so many of my clients, so many of my friends really struggle with knowing what to do. As an entrepreneur, as someone who's building businesses all the time and is self-employed and doesn't have a job that parents me, it's something that I've had to become adept at. Or perhaps it's something that I'm naturally adept at, but it's a constant, making little decisions, knowing what to do. And I'm going to take you through how I think about that, and it's my hope that the insights can inform you, can help you on your path. Let's get into it. So number 1, what you want. That's how to know what to do, is to know what you want. And that sounds obvious, but actually it's something that people really struggle with. So how do you know what you want? The truth is, you need to be at one with your desire, right? And that comes down to, that's a matter of self-worth, right? My desire, for example, might be to be in excellent shape, which I am, to be excellent at fighting, to make lots of money, to have a great relationship with my kids, my kid, to have a great relationship in my life, to have love in my life. But if I'm not at one with my desire and I don't feel like I'm worthy of my desire, then I'm going to be in a kind of conflict with what I want. And you don't want to be in a conflict with what you want. That's when you suffer. That's when you feel the emotion of dis-ease. That's when you feel the emotion of dysregulation, is when you're not at one with your desire. Why would you not be at one with your desire? Here's why. School, right? It conditioned you to think that you should not be at one with your desire. Why? Because we can't cooperate in large groups if everyone's really aligned with their desire. So what you want is effectively that conflict between what society wants for you and what you actually want, right? Society probably wants you to be overweight and addicted to some kind of prescription drug, and in a marriage, even if it's not that satisfying, and in a job, even if it's not that satisfying, right? So being at one with your desire is actually about self-worth. It's actually about you believing that you're worthy of having an extraordinary life. And in this case, what I mean by extraordinary is quite simply an unconventional life, right? Because if you think about what conventional is, being overweight, being unhappy, being dissatisfied with your work, being in not that great of a relationship, that's all pretty conventional stuff, right? So to want something really good is extraordinary, right? So number 1 is to be at one with your desire. I'm going to give you some ideas on how you can do this stuff, but I'll just take you through the concepts relatively quickly. Number 2, observe emotion and question thoughts, right? You need to observe your emotion and question your thoughts to know why you want things, right? Because there's a lot of things that people think that they want, and they just want it because in society's eyes, it's going to make them look good, right? You might want a PhD for 2 reasons, and one of them's a really good reason, one of them's not. Okay, if you want a PhD to become more, what's the word? To become more like approved of, right? That's not a good thing. That's not that's not how you want to spend your precious human life. Whereas if you want a PhD because you just like spending your time studying, great, crack on. That's brilliant, right? But the reason behind why you want the things you want is actually really important. So if you want, I'm just going to double check this comment. Oh, hi, Anne. How's it going? Yeah, so if you want the thing you want because you think it's going to make you more worthy, it's not. Trust me. I've got 1 million followers. I've got money. I'm in good shape. I've got a lot of the things that I set out to want. I've done a lot of, I've achieved a lot of my dreams, right? And I'm not more worthy because of it. Think about this. Is a baby less worthy than the most accomplished professor? No, of course not. Absolutely. Like, if anything, their worth's more visible and more apparent because it's less covered in nonsense, right? So your worthiness is not something that you can improve by achieving things. And you want to examine why you want things, because if you think having a Rolex, having more money, having more achievements, having more children, having a marriage, whatever is going to make you more worthy, it isn't. Just look at a baby. That's all you need to do. Look at a baby. Babies are brilliant and they've not done anything. They just dribble on themselves and everyone loves them because they're worthy, right? Without doing anything. Okay, so you need to observe your emotion and question your thoughts, because if you think achieving something's going to make you more worthy, it's not. But if you just want to do something because you think it's fun, that's a good reason. I like being successful and building things because it's fun. It makes life more fun. It's like a game, right? But I don't want it because it's going to make me more worthy or make me loved, because it won't. Okay? Now, number 3, how to get what you want, right? How to know what to do is how to get what you want is the third thing we want to think about. And what I want to recommend here is that you study people who've done that thing. So when I wanted to become a world-class performer, I studied under a world-class performer. When I wanted to make more money, I studied from people who'd made more money. When I wanted to get in shape, I studied from people who'd gotten in shape. And here's the thing. Too many of us are taking advice from people who've no idea what they're doing. You're going and speaking to a wealth advisor who makes 40 grand a year, right? And that's not going to work. You're taking fitness advice from your friends and family who are not athletes. It's not going to work. You're taking advice on risk from people who've never done anything risky in their life. It's not going to work, okay? So you need to be able to take advice from people who've done the things that you want to do. Now, when I go to learn from people about stuff I want to do, be that YouTube or Instagram or, music or money or, fitness, whatever, I only take advice from people who are in a position that I want to be in. Okay? So if you want to know how to know what to do with your life, think about what you want. Think about what you want from a space of not making yourself more worthy, but just experiencing a great life and learning and growing. And then take advice from people who have done those things. Okay, this is not about theory. It's not about theory. It's not about trying out theories. It is about living this life, living this real life imperfectly. Everyone who's performing at the highest level is doing so imperfectly. Leslie, how's it going? Welcome to the club. That's a good point. I should mention the club at this stage. I have a club, guys. And when you join my club, what you get access to is high-level resources like this. This is a little flavor, a wee taste, but there's loads of stuff in there. You also get documentaries, movies. We have a WhatsApp channel where I chat in there. And also you can know that you're dealing with the real me. So come and join us. If you want to join, you can do that. You can do so by clicking the link in the top comment. If you're watching on Facebook, just comment club and I'll send you a link to sign up, right? We're talking today about how to know what to do. And I'm saying it comes down to what you want, why you want it, and how you can get it. Now, I really want to drive this point home today, that if you think you're going to lose fat and become more worthy or more happy, you're not. If you think that being more successful is going to make you happier, it won't. It's not your job's job or your success's job or your body, your weight's job to make you happier. And being happy is not the point of a good life. Being fulfilled is the point of a good life. And the way to be fulfilled is to know what to do, because you know what you want. And you know the difference between what other people want for you and what you want for yourself. My family did not think it was a great idea for me to build my social media. And it looked stupid. I looked like an idiot at the start when I had hardly any followers and I was constantly putting myself out there. I looked stupid when I left a successful life as a touring musician and I started to coach online. And everyone was saying, what right have you got to coach? What do you know what you're talking about? And now I have plenty of money and I've got 1 million followers and I built those things. It all makes sense. It all looks good. But there was a long time where I was building stuff and it didn't work. I built clubs that did not work before I built the one that worked. And here's why. I know what to do with my life. And I know what to do with my life because I know what I want. And I know what I want because I'm not afraid to be different, okay? So you cannot be afraid, or let me reframe that. You can be afraid to be different, but my recommendation is that you embrace the fear of being different, because in truth, the thing about you that makes you different, that's your secret sauce, right? It might be, or quite often it probably is, that the thing that people say about you in a kind of negative way might be your superpower, right? It might be that you're like focusing on 100 different things at once, or you just have loads of different ideas about stuff that you want to do. Guess what? I'm all for that. I want to do boxing. I want to do music. I want to do videos. I want to do long form content. I want to do short form content. I want to be a great dad. I want to tour. I want to do it all. I want to use my precious human life to do everything I want to try, because why not? Why not me? Why not me try it and see? The worst thing that can happen is that someone sees me trying. Look at him. Fine. That's fine. I've had that my whole life. Had that in school. Have that now. I don't care. I love my life. Every day I wake up and I love my life because I surf on an ocean of opportunity and I surf on an ocean of responsibility. And I've created that for myself. And I get to live an awesome life because I'm in alignment with my desire, and because I'm not rejecting my desire. And so today, more than anything, friends, what I want to give you permission to do is embrace your desire, embrace the part of yourself that thinks, I want to try that. You know what? I want to try hang gliding. I want to try boxing and getting punched in the face. I want to try jumping out a plane. I want to try going to the gym. I want to try playing the violin. I want to try finding a whole new friendship circle. I want to try a new relationship. I want to try whatever. Try it. Give it a try. What's the worst that can happen? That's it. That's what I've got today. You guys, big, big love. Happy St. Andrew's Day. And if you do want to come and join the club, I'll put links. Click the link in the top comment. I hope you guys have a beautiful Sunday. I'm off to go to the gym and do 250 reps. Happy Sunday. Check out all my albums. They're out there for free. If you like what I do and you want to support it, get closer to the music, get all the good resources, come and join us.